Commanders fans, what's up, man? What's up with y'all? This is Gerard B, man. Gerard B with another one on this Victory Monday, the last Victory Monday of this pitiful 2025 season. But listen, this season wasn't just a disappointment, straight collapse. Y'all know how we went down, right? We only had 5 wins. We had a mean losing streak, and we had a defense that couldn't stop nobody, right? Just 1 year after playing in the NFC Championship game, no doubt, right? Team crashed right back bottom to purgatory and being cheeks out here. So this the difference this time. It is the difference. Let's talk about the difference. The difference is the people in charge, they're actually taking ownership, and they ain't really lie to us today. They did not lie to us today, right? Adam Peters, Dan Quinn, they did not sell optimism. They was not out there trying to get you to purchase lemonade from their little lemonade stand, man. They didn't blame bad luck. They didn't hide behind the injuries. That was all low-hanging fruit. You could have did all those things, right? They owned it, man. They owned it. That's important to me as a man. I needed to see that. And they laid out a real uncomfortable plan to fix it. I mean, you know, these press conferences, you got to kind of look beyond the veil. You feel me? But we breaking it down, man. We breaking down what that plan actually means, what changes are coming, and why this offseason is going to be brutal. Brutal, bro, by design. And we need it. This isn't a recap. This is day 1 of this rebuild. Man, let's talk about it. All right, so listen. Before we even talk about solutions, right, let me take a sip. Salute to everybody that's here. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button. Roll to 1K. We're going to get there before this offseason over with. We're going to get there, baby. We're going to get this channel monetized. We're going to get the merch popping, and we're going to be right. You feel me? So salute to all y'all out there that's already subscribed, man. Just go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Lock in with Gerard B at Gerard B TV. Home of your Commanders content and some of that good NFL tent as well. We're going to be talking playoffs soon, too. You know, obviously the Commanders ain't in it. So, yeah, we just going to be talking y'all. So back to the case at hand, all right? 2025, bro, was a masterclass in disappointment, bro. Masterclass in disappointment. Give y'all a real quick recap. You know, we came into the season with Super Bowl expectations, a roster fresh off a deep playoff run. We thought we was it. They aligned themselves in the offseason like, yo, we about to give it a shot. We about to shoot our shot, man. We had a second-year quarterback in JD that looked like he was ready to take that gigantic leap, okay? And for 1 month, that dream was real, bro. Although we was 3-2, we looked confident, we looked dangerous. Hey, bro, then everything unraveled. Not slowly, but violently, my boy. Violently, okay? I mean, we had a losing streak that was nasty work. Nasty work. We lost multiple games by 20 points, bro. Right? Multiple 40 burgers was put up on us, bro. Multiple. And as Adam Peters put it in the press conference, bro, it was a death by a million paper cuts, dog. Yeah, injuries played a role. A major one at that, right? JD really only playing 4 full games, you know what I'm saying? A total of 7, right? That's crazy to think about in the 17-game season. Right? Rarely did he finish the game, right? The chemistry he had with Cliff Kingsbury, we ain't really get to see it. It feel like we ain't even play a season. All right? T-Mac, that's not what we call him. We call him Scary Terry. Scary Terry, coming off that contract, hey, man, it just didn't seem right. Them soft tissue injuries derailed his whole season for the most part. He did finish strong to Adam Peters' point. And then you know what happened to Zach Ertz, bro. Probably headed to retirement, you know. And we're going to get to those free agents in a little bit later on in this video. So definitely stick around and stay tuned, man. The defense completely collapsed, right? Completely collapsed. And this is supposed to be a Dan Quinn defense, right? Supposed to be, we had Joe Witt calling plays. You know this, you know the scenario. You know what happened, right? Quinn taking over the play calling. You already know that was bad news, man. And after that, it didn't even get worse. It didn't get better. The bleeding didn't stop. You've seen a little bit of competencies here and there. You know, you got your Mike Sanders deals with 4 interceptions, but he also led the NFL in like yards and touchdowns allowed type shit. So, you know, you got your good with your bad. So he is like a defensive playmaker, but he's a liability when it came to consistent coverage. So you got your good with your bad, okay? That's one example. No pass rush, no real coverage back there. And then, like I said, no turnovers. I missed Trey Amos, bro. I was really hoping to see Trey Amos the whole season. It's not just bad luck, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not just bad luck how these injuries, man. It's a cause and effect for everything, man. Now on me, hey, listen. But listen, just a little stat that I found, man. Hey, this 2025 Commanders team was the first team since 2002 Arizona Cardinals to lose 4 straight games by 21 or more points. Let that sink in, bro. Let that sink in, bro. I got a little factoid for y'all. Check this out. This team became, since the first team since 2002 Arizona Cardinals, okay? Damn, I think Arizona might have been in the NFC East still in 2002. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But in 2002, Arizona Cardinals lost 4 straight games by 21 or more points. Hey, but guess what? We did that. Raise your hand. We did that. That's not just bad luck, man. That's a structural failure, bro, from top to bottom. Offense sputtered without Jaden. We had Marcus and Josh Johnson out here in meaningful snaps, bro. Okay, a backup is just that. It's a Band-Aid, right? It's supposed to be a stopgap. It is not a full-on, like, this is your new existence. Nah, bro, right? Week 18 against the Eagles backups, that's cool. You know, nice little moment of pride. You know the players weren't going to lay down. That's not what they do, man. They playing for today. They playing for tomorrow. They playing for their livelihoods. That's just like me or you going to work every day, you know what I'm saying, making sure that we got food to put on the table, and the people that's looking at us, potential employers, they know that we about that life as well. So it's a reminder that the team has fallen that far, though, my boy. Think about it for a second, bro. We was going against Eagles backups yesterday, like all of them. I mean, granted, we had backups out there, too. We've been having backups out there for weeks. Thanks for reminding me that, you know, because that's true. We've been having backups out there. We had a 3rd-string quarterback out there for 2 weeks straight. We had a backup quarterback, a 2nd-string quarterback out there for multiple weeks straight, right? Granted, snapped our losing streak and all that good stuff, but locked us in to 7th overall pick. 7th overall, okay? So that's really the backdrop. 5-12, a broken defense, injured offense, fan base. You know, we fed up. We tight. We tight over here. And that's exactly what Peters and Quinn walked into that podium, man. That's what they felt. They felt it. They owned it, man. And I can respect the guys for that, man. I feel much better today than I did yesterday, okay? Now, I don't know if y'all like me, but I'm more optimism than I am nepotism or what's the word I'm looking for? Pessimism, my bad, not nepotism. That's a totally different ism, you know what I'm saying? But listen, 2 things. When a team fall apart, right, leadership has 2 options. You got 2 options, bro. You can either make more excuses, okay, or you can own up to the failure and walk your way back down the blueprints on where you actually failed at, and figure out how to get better and what not to do again, right? Adam Peters and DQ, they owned it, man. No spin, no deflection. This season was this is what Adam Peters said, man. He said this season was a disappointment and it was not up to our standards. It was not a Commander standard kind of season. That whole brotherhood thing, we ain't, nah. And on that, I gotta take a sip. Because that's what I wanted to hear. That's exactly what I wanted to hear him say, right? DQ followed up immediately. Hey, we got a lot of work to do. Of course, it seemed like they was lockstep, you know, and I like that from my head coach and GM. We ain't had a head coach and GM that was in lockstep like this in a while. So it is refreshing to see them be in lockstep in this way. Other organizations or our organization in the past was never like this. You know what I'm saying? People was just fighting for their own job, their own livelihood. It seemed like DQ and Adam Peters, they understand they in this together. They got to make it work. So I'm with that, you know? And Josh Harris, he probably was sitting back like, look at my guys. Figure this shit out, though. But look at my guys, okay? We ain't hide behind just like I said. They ain't talk about moral victory. Oh, what we won against the Eagles. You know, it's great for the locker room. Hey, the players can say all that, right? You know, we ain't want to go out with a loss. This matters to us. But to the coaches, man, the coaches in the GM, man, they accept the responsibility. But this is what stood out most. Like again, I said, it was the alignment. Every answer was a we, not I. Every answer was we. Go back and check that press conference. Like, every answer was a we. You know what I'm saying? Not an I. And that's not subtle, brother. That's not subtle. That's talk. Think about it. Adam Peters talks about roster construction, okay? And then Dan Quinn talks about identity. It's the same vision, it's the same language, just on two different sides of it, right? So they trying to build this thing the right way. It was good to see. Granted, those are just words. And like my lady always tell me, bro, your actions, right? Speak profoundly louder than words, brother. So listen, brother, listen. I will say DQ made a comment, and when he said this, it defined exactly how I was hoping that this offseason would go. He said last year they confused hurry with urgency. Okay? They rushed to fix things instead of fixing them the right way. The fixing them the right way is actually going out and getting a 3-year, contract done with these young guys, 4-year contracts done with these young guys, 5-year contract done with these young guys. Build this roster up. You're right. You can't blame coaches when your talent ain't there, when your depth ain't there. You can't blame talent when the coaches falling apart because of the depravity that they're dealing with week in and week out. It was just a cyclical mess, bro. Okay? Now, urgency does mean being deliberate, right? Physical, relentless. He talking about building a team that makes good mistakes, plays fast, flies around, never questions effort. I love those anecdotes right there, right? But then AP jumps in. He like, we're not just collecting talent, we're building a team. And what I want to say is, okay, let me add a little caveat into that, AP. You're right. We are building a team. But you know what a team is for me? It is a collection of tiered talent. I need my elites. I need my greats. I need my goods. We don't have any elites on our roster, but one, really two. Trustway, he's a free agent, right? It was the quarterback and the punter. Those are the two elite players we had. Well, wide receiver with Terry. My bad, Terry. My bad, Scary. My bad, Scary. So we had 3, right? We had some goods. We didn't have many greats. Greats, I would say Laremy. Laremy was great, right? He wasn't giving up no sacks like that. Our young rookie right tackle was good, okay? We're going to have a video drop about him later this week. That boy put together a season. PFF was talking about our boy. We're going to talk about him tomorrow for sure. But what they talking about, man, they ain't really was dropping no slogans. They wasn't dropping no end of the year slogans. That was a warning, man. Fit matters, toughness matters, football character, yeah, that matters, but being a talented football player is going to matter, right? And listen, we know how we all feel about some of the players that were drafted from a talent perspective or a usage perspective. So, it's to be seen in certain areas, okay? It's to be seen, man. It's to be seen. Like, they mentioned that a little bit there, too. And we know we're going to use that for some video fodder later this week as well when we diagnose our last 2 draft classes under this regime, because there's some things we need to talk about, right? Some things that we need to see. We're going to see who's trending up, who's trending down, who's trending up. Fuck out this building, okay? So let's get to the uncomfortable part. It's uncomfortable for y'all, for them. I don't work for the Commanders, but the coaching staff, bro. After a season like this, ain't no one job is safe, bro. Only person job is really safe is Larry Izzo, from a coordinator standpoint. This is Larry Izzo. He was the best coordinator. He was the most consistent. He dealt with kickers that couldn't kick, and he did what he had to do. He had my man Jalen Lane out there doing God's work. Appreciate you, Jalen Lane. Appreciate you, boy. But after this, like I said, after a season like this, ain't nobody job safe, bro. Everything is being thoroughly evaluated. That's what DQ said. So we're going to start with the defense, right? Joe Witt Jr., right? Good guy. Great coach. Terrible play caller. Right? It failed, buddy. It's over, brother. It's over. Time to go look for someone else to fill those shoes. I was looking in the comment section of the press conference. People was like, oh, yeah, we should just have Dan Quinn run the defense and call the plays next year. Nah, brother. Nah. I need my head coach being the head coach. Okay? He can dibble and dabble, but I need him being the head coach. Okay? I need a defensive coordinator. You got a few options out there. Personally, me, go get me, hey, Chicago. Go ahead and take that L. I need Al Harris, brother. I need Al Harris. Give me Al Harris. Give me some young talented guy like that, right? That speak the language of the guys that's in the locker room right now. Okay, that got that swag that you're looking for. And shit, if you wanted to keep a Joe Witt Jr. around, but you just make his ass the defensive backs coach, I ain't with that. I'm with it. I don't give a fuck. But go get me Al Harris for my DC, man. Go get me Al Harris for my DC because change is coming, right? You can read between the lines, bro, right? Like, when you get your play calling stripped from you mid-season, writing on the wall, you're out of here. He just your mans. So he allows you to collect your check throughout the rest of the season. Let y'all, Josh Harris and them probably was ready to let you go months ago. So, But again, this is Dan Quinn's decision, like Adam Peters said. The coaching staff, that's Dan Quinn's decision, and Adam Peters supports him in his decision, right? So we know we gotta expect a new defensive coordinator this offseason, okay? So it's gonna be someone that Dan Quinn trusts. And again, like I said, give me Al Harris. Do not give me Raheem Morris. I'm good on Raheem. Give me Al. All right, now let's switch over to offense. The interesting side of this, this the interesting shit right here, because Cliff is going to be looked at for a lot of these head coaching opportunities, okay? And if you're looking at our schedule here, to the 2026 schedule, I'd say there's only one place that I can see him going, maybe two places I can see him going on our schedule, and that'd be New York, and that'd be Tennessee, all right, for our schedule, right? For our schedule. Now, that's interesting. I don't want to see Cliff in New York, okay? I don't want to see Cliff in New York. Go ahead and go to the AFC, my boy. You could even go back to Arizona if you wanted to. You and Kyler could reignite. I don't care. Just don't be over here, in my division. Stay away from my division. You're too close. Too close. So, but when you talking about, Cliff, he never had a healthy Jaden, okay? You heard the coaching rumors that's going around from your Diana Rossini's, ESPNs, all that. The tensions with Adam Peters or whatever. We don't know if that's true. We don't know if that's just smoke, but you know what they say. When they smoke, they be fires. So, again, the offense was built around Jaden Daniels, okay? And that barely got to exist this season. So the real question Adam Peters and Dan Quinn got to answer is Cliff Kingsbury the best option? And I want y'all to answer this in the comment section. Is Cliff Kingsbury the best option to develop Jaden Daniels long term? Good question. It's a great question. I want y'all to put that in the chat. Let me know. Because that's what it's about. It's not really about rankings. Again, 22nd ranked offense, it was not good enough. But you were dealing with a more abundant injuries, right? So, but it's not optics. This is Jaden Daniels. He the franchise, bro. He is the franchise. And if Cliff gets a head coaching job somewhere else, the decision is made for him. But if there's a disconnect philosophically, bro, we just need to move on. And if we move on, it gotta be a home run hire, bro. It gotta be. Because you cannot reset Jaden Daniels' clock like that and not have someone that's dynamic, that can handle such a dynamic player. But whatever they decide, it won't be about comfort. It'll be about maximizing the most important asset on our team, which is our quarterback. And I'm with that, right? Because again, as he go, we go. Granted, it's a team sport. He is going to cover up some ills for us like he did in 2024. But think about it. Y'all heard Cam Newton. If y'all didn't check him out, he put a little game manager, game challenger jump, game changer, game manager situation out again this year. There's only 2 game changers in the playoffs, right? 2 game changers. That's Josh Allen and that's Matt Stafford. Everybody else a game manager. What'd that tell you? I'll let you make your own thought on that. Okay, just saying. Also, look at their offenses and their offensive coordinators as well. Those 2 situations. I'm just gonna leave that alone. That's for another video. Put a pin in that. Let's keep moving. Remember, right, when it came to roster philosophy, we was like, okay, Adam Peters, what you gonna do? This your first rodeo, my boy. You got a bad roster, and we basically needed you to start to fix it. So he spoke in mechanisms, not cliches, which is pretty interesting. First, Laremy Tunsil, right? He said, we paid a premium to protect Jaden Daniels. And damn, did Laremy Tunsil do a good job. Did a great job. Like, that deal that Laremy Tunsil's on, though, has no more guaranteed money. So you know Big LT ain't pulling up with no guarantees, bro. So AP, no hesitation, he doubled down. He said, "Hey, look, bro, he like LT, one of the best left tackles in football, straight up. His only regret was not extending him sooner. He wanted to get that done prior before the season was over. But let's get it done before the end of January. Shit, let's get it done. Let's get it done, right? Tunsil, he a cornerstone situation for at least another 3-4 seasons, bro. You see what Trent out there doing in San Fran still. That's our old work. He's still Pro Bowl-ish, okay? But when it comes to Laremy Tunsil, man, it's gonna be a market. It's gonna be one of them market setting-ish type extensions, and that's priority number one, right? Is getting LT back. That's priority number one. Priority number two, roster age. By the end of the season, shoot, before the season started, we was the oldest roster in the league, dealing with mad injuries. And every time our young players got injured, we replaced them with older players. So we became even older as the season went along. That's changing. With over 30 free agents, a massive overhaul. You already know it's coming. Just like we had last year, nice little overhaul. We kept some players around to be in the core, okay? And we brought in some other players like a Javon Kinlaw, who I like. I'm glad we got a JK. I like that, okay? I like Jacob Martin, right? I liked what I was seeing from him as a situation to pass rush. He was even coming around on the running game. I was like, damn. So, I mean, something in the building be working, but I like how we just keep piecing together pieces of the core. Put a pin in it. That's another video coming up. 2026 Core Commanders. We're going to talk about it. But right now, we need to get younger, faster, and more explosive. That point blank period. Everybody in the fan base know it, right? Adam Peters also owned up to the Terry McLaurin contract extension situation and said that, look, it should have been handled faster. But, again, this is his first time being a general manager. So that's growth, man. That's learning on the job. That's just like me as a consultant, you know, learning the new software for the first time and being able to sell the client on why we need to utilize this. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, man. So then came the draft philosophy, brother. Okay? Brothers and sisters. Okay, now pick number 7, it gives you options. Okay? You could be the best player. Adam Peters believe in best player available, especially at premium position. So he specifically mentioned pass rush. So you know what that means. He's specifically looking at pass rush because it's deep. Pass rush and wide receivers are deep in this draft class. Now, I feel like we'll probably get a wide receiver from free agency, maybe get a pass rusher. I think we're going to get both. I think we're going to get a pass rusher and a wide receiver in free agency and in the draft. Premium positions, man. Okay? But he specifically mentioned pass rusher when asked about the number 7 pick. Okay? That's music to everyone's ears because we all wanted us to draft a pass rusher last year, but we did get a goddamn offensive tackle. Like I said, he ain't do half as bad at the end of the season. Toward the end of the season, that boy was stupid. Okay, 70.9 PFF grade. That ain't no chump. Okay, he wasn't allowing no sacks. It's important. He was good in the run game. Okay, but he also left the door wide open for a trade back, brother. And we like trade backs because we don't have no 2nd or 4th round pick. So you know AP, he flexible, he calculated, and he's a modern day GM. So he's gonna look at all options. He's gonna look at, okay, do we trade back and get a collection of picks? It gotta be the right scenario and from the right team. Right? We're not just about to allow nobody walk up to number 7 and get something that they really, really need. And we not getting what we need and shit. They're in our way from a Super Bowl. No, sir. No, sir. You will have to play it. You will have to pay that tax, okay? And we learned that from one of the best. And Howie, appreciate you, Howie. Okay. Now we moving on real quick to the offseason because I said the offseason is gonna be brutal by design. And this is where the talk turns into action. And you know, I'm just touching on it real quick. We got over 80 million in cap space. We got over 30 free agents. Again, we're gonna do a longer video just dedicated to each of these sections, brother. I mean, so this is going to be one of the most transformative off seasons we have seen in this franchise in a long time. The last transformative off season was when we drafted Jaden Daniels. Shit. The time before that was when we drafted RG3. The time before that was when we drafted Sean Taylor. The time before that is when we drafted Chris Sanders and LeVar Arrington in the same draft. See what I'm saying? So It take a while. You got to be something special to be transformative. And this season, oh yeah, free agency about to hit, right? LT getting extended, that's non-negotiable. It's happening. Mariota, he should be back as a backup. He the best backup in the league, bro. He one of the best backups in the league. Probably like top 3 backups in the league, right? And continuity matters. Him and JD get along now. If Cliff Kingsbury stay, he'll still be here. Marcus Mariota be here. But if Cliff leave, Marcus gone. Straight up. Okay? And then we're going to have to rely on like a Jeff Driscoll or a Josh Johnson or somebody like that because they don't believe in Sam Hartman. Men. But look, this is where the tough calls come into play. Von Miller, he productive in spots. My man said he wants to come back. Right? Leadership do matter. Short-term, incentive-heavy deal makes sense, similar to the one he had this season. Okay. This is the tough one here, and everybody knows which one it is. It's B-Wags. NBA, gold jacket, Howard University. Hey, I went to A&T, by the way, so Aggie, pride. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, shout out to Howard, you know. But when it comes to coverage, man, okay, he's a liability. He's a legend. He is a leader of the locker room. He's a leader of men. But if he's back, it gotta be in a limited capacity, right? I need Jordan McGee to take a step forward. I need us to go get us one of these young, fast, expensive linebackers, like a Devin Lloyd. I'm naming names. A Devin Lloyd. Me and him share the same first name. You feel me? I need that. The painful goodbyes, man. All right, Eck, he probably gone. Eck gone. Eck definitely gone. Zach Ertz, he gonna be retired, bro. He ain't coming back from that injury no time soon. Okay, happened at the end of the season. That's a long rehab. Like, bring him back as like a tight ends coach or something, like an assistant tight ends coach or quality control coach. You know what I'm saying? Keep it around the team. Respected both of them. Love them as commanders. You know what I'm saying? But both likely done here, man. Right? And that's what team building looks like, bro. Like, you're going to have to expect aggression from the external free agent market. So I'm talking about pass rusher, tight end, D-back, young, fast, hungry. I ain't going to name names, but damn it, give me somebody on the pass rush department. Tight end, you know who we want, right? Give me Likely from up the street, right? He can block a little bit. He made an amazing catch the other day, and he a dog. Or you can give me Kyle Pitts, his generational talent, but he just never tapped into it. You know, I don't know. Give me something. Right, but then I need to start in tight end, because even with the tight end room the way it was, Ben Sinnott didn't show up, or he didn't get his number called. When I seen Josh Johnson throw that touchdown pass to John Bates, I was like, damn, I was hoping that was Ben Sinnott. Anytime Bates caught a pass or got targeted, and every time he got targeted, he caught the pass. And usually for a first down, 15 plus yards. I was like, damn, I wish that was Ben Sinnott. I said that every time. Every time. And that's not good enough, bro. You basically, like my man Rio said earlier, you basically John Bates 2.0. And John Bates 1.0 ain't a starter. Damn, that was a bar, Rio. Shout you out, my boy. Good live you had tonight. The draft pick, number 7. I ain't going fake. This pick got to change the defense, bro. Right? It gotta make, it's the most logical thing to do is select a defensive player at this position at number 7, right? I ain't even got to run you down the teams in front of us, but you know 2 quarterbacks gonna get taken, right? Potentially 2 wide receivers gonna get taken. Our offensive lineman gonna go. What's left? Come on now, use your head. Right. But don't rule out trading down. We could go elite edge rusher, you know, at 7. We can go safety at 7. But don't rule out trading down, because, hey, AP going to listen. And if he can get a little haul, especially, let me tell you something, because the following year's draft, and I know y'all don't want to hear about this, but the draft that's in D.C., yeah, they got some hoopers. Okay, they got some hoopers. And I'm just saying, I would love to have mad draft capital for that draft as well. Just saying. So, hey, what does all this mean, man? It means that we not a dysfunctional franchise, bro. And that's good to know, because in the years past, we'd had a season like this. It'd have been, doom and gloom. That ain't how it is, right? The rebuild won't be fast because we definitely jumped ahead in 24. I ain't saying we're going to regress to how 25 was, but I am saying we might need to make sure that we get all our ducks in a row, get our talent together. Hey, bro, 10, 11 wins with this schedule right here? Man, we could do that, bro. We could do that. We got some scrubs on the schedule. Right? The painful part is over, bro. Like us having to watch those games and being all excited for our team and realizing at the midpoint, hey, we're done. We knew after week 6 we were done. That part's over, guys. Right? The fun part is about to come. Christmas shopping. We just got done shopping. The real work begins, bro. Right? So look, that's my take, man. That's my take. As you can see, I'm excited. I gave y'all a cool 30-minute jump. But what's the one move you most excited about? Drafting the edge rusher, my pick would be David Bailey. Just saying. Extending Laremy Tunsil, you know that's what I want. As far as free agents go, of our own, it's definitely LT. Shit. As far as any free agent go, LT is my favorite free agent of this year's draft class. This year's free agent class. You know what I'm saying? I know I said Devin Lloyd, but I need to protect JD at all costs. Or is it coaching changes? You looking most forward to the coaching changes. And which coaching changes you looking forward to? Who you want to be the replacements? Who you want to be your new DC? Who you want to be your OC? Let's talk about it, man. Drop it in the comments because you know I'll be reading them joints and I'll be active. And if you're riding with us, as I know you are, go ahead and hit that bell. Subscribe us up, right? Hit that like, comment, share us out. G-Talk all off season long, dog. Hail to the Commanders, baby. And we at